Morning everyone. Thought I'd do a video message because I'm about to send an email which is quite long and I've got a couple of attachments on it. It's going to be an email around United Together. A couple of weeks back, if you remember the team session, I mentioned that Carol had been in discussions with me with a little request or ask around potential continuation funding for the United Together project. And quite rightly, a few members of the team sort of said they weren't too familiar or didn't have enough information of what United Together was or what impact it's had over the past sort of 18 months. So I'm going to forward you a really good impact report that Ileana, our research lead, has been working on over the past 12 months. Some really good measures of impact really around physical and mental well-being, reoffending rates, around the partnership that's been developed, and some really good case studies and write-ups of individuals who have had positive experiences through United Together. Just be aware that it is a wider Lancashire report, but there's a lot of case studies and details around Pennine, Lancashire as well. In addition to that, I've also got some just informal feedback from Jane Moody, who's the programme lead, and Dave Bailiff, the peer mentor. And just some good honest feedback around partnerships, because a lot of this United Together was around seeing how we could get better working relationships with the community football trusts. So there's some really interesting feedback from them too as well. The other, I've put a bit more detail on the email around the kind of cost that they're looking at. They're probably looking at needing in total for Pennine Lancashire about 24 grand to keep going up until the end of March, as the transition happens into National Probation Services, and they're potentially looking just for any sort of contribution they can to try and secure and find that resource to keep people and the things in place to keep it going really. The other really interesting thing just on this, just through conversation with Dave, and this is probably more just for Claire's interesting feedback, is if you remember when we first met with Creative Football, when the Social Inclusion League, we got talking about the Social Inclusion League, when it got cancelled due to the trouble that occurred through one of the teams. Now Dave was involved with some of the people from that team, as you know. And Dave actually reintroduced them to the relaunch of the new Social Inclusion League. So he's got two teams in there, one around United Together and one around CSI from Burnley. And I had some really good feedback from Paul Hardman at the Social Inclusion League last Friday. He said that there's a number of them players were involved, and they were all really good, really positive and interacted. And even when Paul took a football smashed in the face, they all came up and asked if we were all right and see how we're getting on. So it showed a real change, and I think that's a testament to Dave Bailiff and the development he's come on in terms of a peer mentor over the past few years as well. So yeah, have a read, and we'll look at what next steps are after you've read it, and I'll bring it up at the team session just to see what we should do next. Okay, thanks and bye.